Kabonik. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 9, Brogan Verosco. Batting seventh in right field, number 21, Cannon Verosco. Batting eighth in center field, number 20, Lane Sims. Batting ninth at second base, wearing number 2, Jackson Riddle. And pitching, number 23, McCray Cottom.
Just a quick score update in the 3A championship. Union leads Canyon View 8-1, bottom of the fifth. Canyon View has 1 run across with 2 outs, 2 on. First pitch from McCray Cottom to Cannon Barney. Cannon came in 334, 22 runs driven in. First pitch hit to the right-hand side. Jackson Riddle ranges over, he's got it. Out number 1 on the 4-3 put out.
Well, we were talking about it. South Sevier hitting the ball really well, but Kanab just seems to play solid defense. They don't make mistakes. They just do all the little things, and a really nice play there from the second baseman, Jackson Riddle, on that ball that was tough going to his left, but he makes the play in that 4-3 hole.
All last game we said Cannon Barney very seldom first pitch swinging. What's he come out and do? First pitch swinging, hits it right there. Now next pitch, curveball catches the corner. Biggs Northup. Biggs is the big bat in the lineup. 442, 10 home runs, 32 runs driven in. Next pitch, fouled off behind us. You can hear the crash when it hits the metal roof on the veranda here.
Well, I think that's one of our sponsors too, right? When you hear the crash, think of Jones Paint and Glass.
Yeah, hey, there you go. You've been watching too much TV. Next pitch, the curveball stays up. Cottom comes pretty much over the top, maybe 3/4. Got some good movement on the fastballs, going to tail in on the right-handers here in the South Sevier lineup. And got a good curveball. Looks like a 11-5, 10-4 break on it. Kind of odd windup. He kind of faces open to first base. Swing and a miss. And strike 3, Biggs Northup. Real quickly, 2 outs.
Got Biggs chasing the high fastball right there. Something that Biggs has been pretty good at. He's been pretty disciplined at the plate, not chasing any bad pitches, but nice job, McCray Cottom coming and getting him with the high fastball.
That'll bring up Peyton Ingram. 405 hitter, 2 home runs, 19 driven in to start the tournament. First pitch from Cottom is driven right back up the middle for the first base hit of the ballgame for the South Sevier Rams.
Well, we've seen that multiple times. They get that one hit, and we've seen what that one hit does. It just turns into 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, and right there with 2 outs, Peyton Ingram doing a nice job. They will bring in a runner with 2 outs since he's the catcher, and it looks like that's probably going to be Crew Winkle.
More than likely. So that'll bring up Canyon Okerlund, a 333 hitter, 5 driven in to start the tournament. First pitch, caught him big leg kick. He delivers ball 1.
Okerlund takes the signs from Coach Baker there at the third base box. Crew Winkle is the runner.
Started to go, held up for ball 2. Got a big leg kick. You know, you get Crew Winkle. I'm not sure. I don't show any stolen bases on the season for him.
Yeah, he just gets a walking lead, but it's a good lead.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. Got a little piece of it, the umpire says.
Canyon Okerlund was looking at that grass out there.
Yeah, either that
and I'm talking the grass behind the left field fence. He took a good, healthy hack at that one.
Got on a family sitting in the chair up there, says, here, catch.
2-0 count. Good pitch to cut loose on it.
2-1, swing and a miss. Another good hack at that one.
So now he's got to shorten up. He's got 2 good hacks in. Now you got to shorten up with 2 strikes and put the ball in play. Good things happen when you do that, but you've definitely got to switch up and have more of a defensive 2-strike swing.
2-2 pitch. There goes the runner. The ball's in the dirt. Gets away from Maddox Baird, which doesn't happen very often. And the stolen base for Peyton Ingram.
And that's a big stolen base, because now you've got a base hit right here is going to score a run and get you on the board.
So Canyon Okerlund counts full. Got 2 outs here. We're in the top of the first. Scheduled for 7. Kanab has to be beat twice. That ball's lifted foul back here behind us. Be the 7th pitch in the at-bat to Canyon Okerlund.
Yeah, and you saw the difference in the swing. 2-0, 2-1. He took good, big, healthy hacks at it, but now he's shortened up on the bat and a nice compact swing.
So here's the pitch. Full count. On its way. In the dirt. Krewinkel had taken off for third base. He was right out in the middle, and
it's almost, I think it's almost like he forgot there wasn't a runner at first base in ball 4. He was just going to trot down to third base. He almost got away with it, and then I think he realized, yeah, he did. He should have just kept going, but then he almost got hung out to dry, and Maddox Baird wasn't really paying attention either, and he gets back to second safely.
Brings up one of the hottest hitters in the lineup, Riker Freeman, batting from the left side. He had a home run last night. He's been on fire. 3 this last week. First pitch down for ball 1. Looks like they're going to try and pitch him away too. Down and away. Yeah. That's where he wants. He will shoot the ball that other way.
Yeah, he likes it middle in, but yeah, you definitely, if you're Kanab, you want to pitch away, and Riker Freeman's got to hit that ball where it's pitched.
Not really hold him on. Try and work on Riker Freeman here. That's a good idea. Maddox Baird going to go out and talk to McCray. Caught him. Griffin Bones over as well. Hey, we'll just make it a foursome. Brogan Brosco comes over too.
Yeah, just that's the leadership you see out of a Maddox Baird and a Griffin Bone out there taking charge. Letting McCray caught him. They got his back, playing a good defense. Don't give in right here to Riker Freeman.
Hitter friendly count, 2-0, 2 outs. 2 runners on for South Sevier. Pitch. Ooh, big hack there.
Yeah,
Riker Freeman.
He kept it down. That was the difference. If he'd have left that pitch up in the zone a little bit, Riker Freeman would have teed off on that one. But nice pitch, keeping it down in the zone.
2-1 pitch. That ball's ripped. That's going to get the hole. That's going to score probably 2 runs. Riker Freeman's going to end up on second base with a stand-up double.
Yeah, good piece of hitting, and he did exactly what he needed to. He took that pitch and went the other way with it. Give Peyton Ingram a lot of credit. He comes up with 2 outs, gets a base hit up the middle, and then Krewinkel with the stolen base, and then it puts a little bit of pressure on McCray. Caught him out there. He walks Canyon Okerlund and Riker Freeman, cleaning him up right there with the 2-out RBI double.
That'll bring up Cameron Hesse, the DH, 348, 13 driven in to start the tournament. Just letting you know, these statistics I'm giving you were from the start of the tournament. Some teams have been real slow to update in Max Prep, some not at all, so we'll just stick with the opening day statistics. First pitch, Cameron Hesse right there for strike 1.
Yeah, and that's what McCray Cottom's got to do. He's got to get ahead of these hitters because dangerous hitters 1 through 9, but when you fall behind, they become even more dangerous.
First 2 innings, they batted around against Duchesne this morning. Curveball stays up. Even count of 1-1.
Well, sometimes when you've been apart, which these guys, a lot of these players on this South Sevier in this lineup are juniors. They've got the 1 senior in Payson Mitchell, but they were part of a state championship, and they were part of that loss last year to Kanab. And so these 2 teams going to battle it out.
Yep, they were the previous year champion, just like you said. And got the same task they had last year. Got to try and beat them twice. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Cameron Hesse, DH for Coach Eric Baker. Next pitch, curveball, that's going to lift softly. That's right at Cale Glover for the L6 and the 3rd out. But South Sevier comes up with 2 runs. They do it on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base after half inning of play. South Sevier 2, Kanab coming to bat. You're on the Big Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Mason Machine. Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet or flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out, and Shepherd's does the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace them with new stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks. Shop 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done.
Live high school sports action on KSVC.
Okay, we're back here. Just a quick recap of how Kanab got here. They beat Milford on Tuesday 12-2. They beat Beaver 1-0 on the first game Thursday. They beat Duchesne yesterday 9-3, and now they got to beat South Sevier. South Sevier, on the other hand, they beat Monticello 22-2 on Tuesday. Then South Sevier beat Enterprise 4-1. Beat Beaver 3-0, and last night 12-11 they beat San Juan or Grand County, and then just beat Duchesne 16-5, wasn't it?
Yeah,
16-5. Yep. So Stockton Roberts, we think he has about 21 pitches. He's facing Maddox Baird, the first batter in the lineup for the Cowboys, and first pitch is upstairs. Maddox comes in hitting .415 with 13 driven in to start the tournament. Right on right here. Next pitch from Stockton, ball 2. I think the idea here is to get a good start to the ball game. Try to keep them from something big in the first inning and see where they go from there. Yep. 3 straight balls to Maddox Baird. And Maddox, leadoff hitter, he's got some pop, but he will look at some pitches. He's the catcher, he knows the strike zone. 4 straight balls. So the first base on balls given up by Stockton Roberts.
It's going to bring out number 6, Hayden Gubler.
Hayden Gubler.
He'll be the speed-up runner for the catcher, Maddox Baird. That's uncharacteristic, too, of Stockton Roberts to throw 4 straight balls right there, but he's going to come back and battle. He's not just going to give in right here to Kel Glover.
Strike 1, just like you said, first pitch, strike 1. Hayden Gubler, 6 stolen bases on the season. Not a big lead. First back to the plate. Even count at 1-1.
Yeah, Kel Glover, we've seen him show a lot of patience, too, in this tournament. He'll draw a lot of walks if you don't throw him in there.
So the 1-1 pitch. Gubler faked like he's going to go. Catches the corner. They're called strike 2.
Yeah, Stockton Roberts comes back and gets him. Now he's ahead in the count, and Kel Glover can't sit and watch any more pitches, especially if they're marginal. He's going to have to foul him off or fight him off, try to get a hit.
That's hit towards the third baseman. He's going to go to second for 1. Cross the diamond, not in time, but they get the lead runner for the first out. Glover safe on the fielder's choice. Yeah, the ball wasn't hit hard enough to turn the 2. Well, they made sure of the first one.
Yeah, Griffin Bone
Griffin
coming up.
Bone. Here's the big bat in the lineup. 482, a home run, 18 runs driven in. Be followed by the lefty, Walker Baird, 531 with 8 driven in. First pitch, curveball right there.
Griffin in that game with Duchesne yesterday, he was 2 for 4 with 2 singles and 2 RBIs.
Another curveball. That's going to find the hole and get to left field. Kanab picks it up. So the first hit. There won't be a no-hitter today, folks. So Sevier's got 2. Kanab has 1. They have runners at first and second with just 1 out. Almost an exact duplicate of what South Sevier did in their top half of the first.
Yeah, and Walker Baird in that game yesterday was also 2 for 4 and had 1 RBI.
Bat from the left side, first pitch, that's right up the middle. That'll score the first run. No, air ball home, not a great idea.
No, you got to do the little things, and that's just come up, hit a cutoff, place, keep the offense playing station to station instead of give them extra bases. Right there, I think that's one that Biggs Northrop realizes he'd rather have back and just come up and throw that one into second base. But now you've got runners for Kanab at second and third, and a base hit will score 2 now and give them the lead.
And no force play. Had you hit the cutoff man, you probably got the force still in effect. Got a left-handed hitter. So 2-1, hits are even. First pitch to Cash Kabonic, a 400 hitter. Hits that right at the first baseman. They're going to come home. Got him.
Yeah, really nice play from Jagger Red, thrown in there to Peyton Ingram and Griffin Bone. He doesn't like it as he's shaking his head, but Coach Brinkerhoff not going to question it at all, and it's going to be out number 2. Kanab with runners at first and third now on that fielder's choice from Cash Kabonic.
Well, I can understand it hitting that way, but it was hit pretty hard. You're on the turf. It's going to get there just a little bit faster.
Well, that's why you play up. If you're the first baseman, you're playing up on the edge of the grass right there. A nice play. Jagger Red going home to Peyton Ingram. I still like that as far as you got Griffin Bone, who's a great runner at third base. Runners at second and third, 1 out, going on contact right there, but just a better play by the defense.
Talked about both teams got some good defense. There goes the runner. No throw.
See, and that's why I like going first, runners at second and third, less than 2 outs on contact, because even if you get thrown out, you can still a base. You're right back where you were at second and third versus trading the out at first base.
So 0-1. No, 1-1. Ball lifted foul to the right-hand side by Brogan Brodsky. Brogan came into the game hitting .372 with 6 driven in.
Yeah, Coach Brinkerhoff putting out his hands, letting him know, hey, stay within yourself. We don't need anything big. Just a base hit right here will give us the lead.
Here's the pitch. That ball's lifted to the right side. Is it going to stay in play? Just bounced in the dugout.
Really good effort from both Stockton Roberts and Jagger Red getting over there, but running out of room. That's going to give Roscoe another shot here. Stockton Roberts trying to sit him down and bring his team back up in the top of the second with a 2-1 lead.
That's pitch number 16, according to the pitch counter here. Stockton, by our count, only had 21 to work with coming in. He only throws 75 over 2 days. He threw 14 yesterday. That ball's lifted. That's almost the same exact spot. Over is
Peyton Ingram this time, yes.
So the P2 will end the rally. Kanab in the bottom half of the first come up with 1 run. They do it on 2 hits. There were no errors. There were 2 runners left on. So after 1 complete, it's 2-1. South Sevier, they'll come to bat in the top of the first on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Embark on your journey to radiant skin with Sam Pete Skin Bar. Whether you are looking to address specific skin concerns, kickstart your skincare routine, or simply indulge in relaxation, we've got you covered. Facials, microneedling, seasonal chemical peels, and more. Located at 210 West Main Street in Mount Pleasant, Utah. Visit our website at stampedeskinbar.com or call or text 435-314-6024 to book your appointment today.
And requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
This is Central Utah's sports leader, KSVC.
That we're back. Going into the top of the second inning. Championship baseball. 2-1 lead for South Sevier as they come to bat. They'll face McCray Kanab with Brace Brindley, Jagger Red, and Payson Mitchell. Brace, a 284 hitter to start the tournament. Got some pop. He's got 3 home runs on the season. He's driven in 22 runs.
Yeah, he was 2 for 4 in the game earlier today against Duchesne.
And strike out 1 base on balls for McCollum in that first inning, that first pitch.
Yeah, Lane Sims, he didn't get a good read on that one. He took a couple steps back and then realized, oh, that ball's hit more sharper than what he thought. It's not going to carry as much. It's starting to drop, and so he comes in hustling. He dives, lays out, not able to come up with it, but more importantly, he does keep the ball in front of him and keep Brace Brindley to just a single there at first base.
That'll bring up Jagger Red, a 247 hitter, 20 driven in. I'm pretty sure that most of these averages are a little higher than as hot as South Sevier's been in the tournament. First pitch, tried to lay the bunt down, fouls it off straight back.
Yeah, he's upset with himself. He knew he missed an opportunity. Griffin Bone got a hold the runner there at first base. And now it's going to give Brogan Verosco a chance to come in on the edge of the grass. He's telling the middle infielders, hey, make sure you know what bunt coverages we're on right here.
Jagger, he's going to pull back and hit the ball. Or get hit.
Yeah.
Pulls that back.
You know, you see that a lot where some teams will show early and just stick with the bunt, but when you show early, typically, more than likely, that's a sign that you're going to pull back and slash, try to hit anything on the ground. Move the runner.
There goes the runner. Throw down, not going to get him. Stolen base for Brace Brindley.
Yeah, and anytime you can steal a base versus having to give up an out to move a runner, it really benefits you offensively.
Yeah, he steals that one on the pitch. Kanab's got a big leg kick. You're going to have to shorten up with runners on.
Yeah, now you got a runner at second base with no outs.
Next pitch, going to catch the corner, even things up at 2-2.
Yeah, big difference between having him at second base with no outs versus having him at second base with 1 out.
Jagger Red looking just to find a hole somewhere.
Yeah, and if anything, if he can get a pitch out over the plate and go the other way with it, at least move the runner 90 feet closer to home, you know, if you can hit a ball the other way.
They're playing straight away. There's a big hole in right center field. If he could find that hole, he could run for better part of the day. Next pitch, he was looking that way too, fouled off.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there from Jagger Red. Fouls that one off. And
ball was up and away, and Jagger was looking to go that way.
Yeah, left field playing deep. Center fielder Lane Sims just behind the logo there on the Wolverine, and right fielder pretty much playing straight up as well. Third baseman Verosco playing back.
Next pitch is in the dirt. Makes the count full. Be the 7th pitch. Give me at bat.
Middle infield doing their best to try to keep Brace Brindley close.
Big lead. Colin was pretty uncomfortable with what Brace Brindley's got going on out there. He steps off. He steps back in. Next pitch. That's hit towards the third baseman. Comes up with it across the diamond. Griffin Bone stretches out. They're going to go back, try and get the runner moving. They get the They get the 5-3 put out, but don't get him coming back as Brace Brindley gets in under the tag.
Yeah, good base running, though, as Brindley waited for the throw to go to first, and then he decides, I'm going to hustle down to third, and I think they're going to talk it over. First base coach for South Sevier saying that he thought maybe Griffin Bode pulled off, but the umpire said no, he didn't.
So they do record the out at first on the 5-3 put out, but can't get Brace Brindley racing to third base. So with one out, that brings up Payson Mitchell. Payson's had a good tournament. Payson can hit to all parts of the ball field.
Yeah, Payson, and not only that, but he comes up clutch in tough situations where you really need a runner to get him in with 2 outs, and that's what we got right here. Runner at third base, 2 outs, and it gives him a chance to come up clutch again.
First pitch is in the dirt, and the other thing he's looking to do is turn it over to the top of the lineup. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Another good stop there by Maddox Baird. Well, you know the kind of confidence that you got to have in your pitcher when you keep throwing them pitches down there, 58, 59 foot.
Yeah, you're not going to see many get past Baird behind the plate. Once again, Griffin Bone recognizes something, comes over, talks to Cottom.
Okay, Cottom just a junior. The 2-0 pitch. Ball 3.
But you don't want to walk him because then you're right back at the top of the order. Kanab Barney, and he's been aggressive at the plate. Had a really good game earlier today.
Hit the ball hard, but Jackson Riddle made a good play going to the first base side to pick it up. That pitch called strike 1. They're kind of in it on the right side. Called strike 2.
Good pitching right there from McCray Cottom. He fell behind 3-0, but he's battled back. Strike 1, strike 2 to make it full.
1 out. Got a runner on third. That's Brace Brindley. Good speed over there. Next pitch. Fouled off to the right-hand side. Stay alive. Be the 7th pitch in the at-bat. Jagger Red saw 7 pitches, and that ground out to third base just before this. This will be the 7th to Payson Mitchell.
Yeah, and that's driving the pitch count up. It looks like it's at 35 right now.
Swing and a miss. They did get him. Strike 2. Second strikeout for Cottom.
Yeah, you're not going to see that very often, but Payson Mitchell realizing with 2 strikes he's got to protect anything close, and good pitch from Cottom to get him to strike out swinging.
Cannon Barney. First time in the tournament we've seen him first pitch swinging, grounded it hard. Yeah, now Jackson Riddle's kind of moved to his right a little bit there because he had to make a good play, diving there on the edge of the turf and then going across the Griffin Bone to just get Cannon Barney. First pitch. Ooh. Started to go, tried to hold up, and the ball off his bat, but foul.
Yeah, pitch was up and in on Barney, and like you said, he started a swing and they tried to hold up, but still got a piece of it, kind of one of those check swings, but fortunately for him, it was foul. It's going to give him another chance to swing the bat here.
The 0-1. Fouls that and right straight back. Had a good hack at the fastball.
Yeah, he did, and just missed one right there. His first time up, he grounded out to the second baseman, Jackson Riddle, who made a really nice play going to his left in that 4-3 hole.
Cottom's got some good stuff. Where he's missing, he's been missing down for the most part. That ball's ripped to left field. That's going to be a long run for Cash Gabonik, but he's over. He got it right on the warning track over there for the F7 and out number 3. So, no runs on the 1 hit. There were no errors in the inning, and there was one runner left on. So after 1.5, 2-1 with Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the second on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, Team Hive.live, and KSL Sports.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but they also have great deals going on now. Fresh sweet corn are $12 for $6. USDA choice beef sirloin steaks are $5.49 a pound. Food Club 32-ounce cheese is just $4.99. And a Mother's Day meal including Food Club pasta, sauce, and breadsticks, all for just $5 for guaranteed freshness and short lines. Visit Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in Southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, anyplace. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on KSVC.
Okay, for those of you that may be wondering in the 3A bracket if the Union Cougars are for real, well, they're ahead 9-2 in the top of the 7th over Canyon View. About to win the championship there if they can hold that for another half inning. They're batting with one out and a runner on first. First pitch to Cannon Verosco is fouled straight back. Stockton Roberts still out there. I show him. I'm thinking he only had 4 pitches to come in, so he's probably not going to be able to pitch to Cannon Verosco here, if our numbers are right. Unless he gets him right here to ground out, he might be able to face a second. Upstairs. Pitch 19. And we figured that he had 21 coming in.
Yeah, Cannon Verosco, just a freshman, but we've seen him make some nice plays out there in right field, and he can definitely do it with his bat, too. He's got a good swing.
Strike 2, yep, come in hitting 200 with 2 runs driven in. Next pitch, lifted foul back here behind us.
And this is probably it for Roberts, right? He'll be able to finish him.
Yep, that was pitch 21 right there. Didn't see him warming up anybody in the bullpen. That ball ripped right at the third baseman. Canyon Oakland across the diamond. A good scoop there by Jagger Red on the 5-3 putout. Out number 1. Let's see if Coach Baker comes out of the dugout. If our numbers are wrong.
Yeah, we must have been off. Lane Sims, the center fielder. Yesterday in the game with Duchesne, he was 0 for 4.
First pitch, strike. The 0-1 with 1 out. Squares to bunt, bunts it foul.
Like the idea, though. Okerlund's playing back at third base. Lane Sims, great speed. Trying to lay one down, catch the defense, sleeping right there a little bit, because you got to know that you got good speed on the infield with Lane Sims.
Good off-balance throw, and that were the 2 errors in the previous game, was both by Brindley, and that ball ripped to the left field. That's going to get down for base hit in front of Cannon Barney. He goes to a knee to stop it.
And what have we said about the bunt? Sometimes it allows you to see the ball a little bit better, and right there, what does he do? He gets a base hit, follow that up.
Squares 1 up.
The second baseman, number 2, Jackson Riddle.
Jackson Riddle, a 180 hitter, but he does have a home run. Good speed. Third hit in the ball game, he squares. Oh, man.
You see that? He squared, but then he really tried to slap it like really hard. I don't know necessarily what he was trying to do other than Canyon Oakland was crashing hard from third base. If he tried to just maybe recognize that, sees him out of the corner of his eye and trying to slap that one past him.
Well, that would be the only explanation I could come up with. Next pitch, he squares again, but takes it upstairs for ball one. That first pitch was up there too. Not maybe quite as high, but.
Yeah, Coach Brinkerhoff runs through the signs.
What is the penalty if a pitcher goes over the pitch count? Do you know? Take strike two, squared the bunt and pulled it back.
In a tournament game, it's a forfeit. You lose the game.
That's
if it's during the season, then it's a coach gets suspension 2 games, and then after that. But in the tournament, it's a forfeit.
So my numbers must have been off in that previous game. That ball's lifted to the right-hand side. Riker Freeman is going to range over. They're not going to test his arm. So the F9 is out number 2. Now we're going to back go to the top of the order. Maddox Baird. Maddox drew a base on balls and was out on the fielder's choice at second base.
Yeah, and you see a little bit of action in the dugout just a little bit. So this very well could be it for him. Like I say, we're not sure unofficially what the pitch count was, but Stockton Roberts still in the game.
First pitch strike to Maddox Baird. Yeah, he's looking to the dugout too. I think he knows he's got to be close.
Yeah, and he should be able to finish. Well, no.
No.
You can't, yeah. Once you hit the number here, if you were 110 in a day, yep, they're going to bring your pitching coach out. That must have been it for him right there.
Yeah. So that pitch was in the dirt for ball one. So while we figure out what they're going to do on the mound with Stockton Roberts, they're taking the ball from him. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
The top of the lineup of this Kanab Cowboys team, but Roberts did what he needed to. Came in, started this game, used up all of his pitches, but he leaves with a 2-1 lead. There is a runner at first base. And
1-1 count on Maddox Baird at the plate.
Yeah, Maddox Baird, he's the leadoff hitter. He did draw a walk in his first at-bat.
So for those of you that ever played catcher to know what that does to your legs, and you got to turn around and come out on the mound, it's a biggie on your legs. Your legs are important in your mechanics. We'll see how.
Well, that's why pitchers, and, everybody, but for the most part, pitchers and catchers, you run a lot of foul pulls, right?
Yep. Climbed a lot of stairs in my day. First pitch. I thought about it, but then thought better of it. Counts 2-1. Got 2 outs. Still 2-1 with a runner at first base. That is the tying run there. Catches the corner.
One thing about Peyton Ingram is he's been playing catch for how long now? His arm's warm.
Yeah.
Every pitch the pitcher throws home, he throws back.
That ball's hit foul. The runner, Lane Sims, was on the move on the pitch, but you're going to have to do it all over again. Yeah, Lane will be warmed up out there.
Yep. Well, the other thing, too, is we've seen Biggs Northrup. He used his pitches up, and now he's got to go behind the plate, too, so that's not always easy on an arm.
Lane Sims second on the team in stolen bases. Cash Kabonic leads the team with 10. Lane with 9. There you go. Faked and went. Got Maddox Baird. One on the outside portion for strike 3. So the first strikeout of the ball game comes from Peyton Ingram. So no runs. There was the 1 hit. There were no errors. There was 1 runner left on after 2 complete. It's 2-1. South Sevier will come to bat in the top of the 3rd on the Mid-Utah Radio Sport Network. TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural health care can be. With an array of specialties available in world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Our local high school baseball teams located at 180 North, 100 East, Suite C in Richfield. Owner Haley Tebbs is happy to help with all of your individual and group health insurance needs. At Tebbs Financial, they can also offer a wide range of investment options, including IRAs and college savings plans. Stop in or call 893-2107. And remember, Babe Ruth once said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Securities offered through Parkland Securities Company, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Tebbs Financial is independent of Parkland Securities. Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC. Okay, we're back. McCray Cotton will face the 2-3-4 hitters. Biggs Northup, Peyton Ingram, the new pitcher, and Canyon Okerlund. First pitch to Biggs, who's the new catcher, is downstairs for ball 1. Biggs struck out his first time up on a pitch I think pretty sure was out of the strike zone. Next one's a curveball. Well, maybe an off speed, just upstairs, whatever it was.
Yeah, Kanab likes to work quick, but right now just missing.
Next one's in the dirt. Going to go 3-0.
He needs to take a deep breath and slow down right here. Make sure he gets strike one in there.
No, good walking. Second base on balls. Giving up. He's got 2 strikeouts as well. No errors yet in the ball game. The hits are even at 3 apiece. South Sevier holds the 1-run edge on the scoreboard, 2-1.
Well, and Biggs has good speed there at first base, and you bring up Peyton Ingram, who's 1 for 1. He got that first hit, kind of got things going in the bottom of the first.
There's pitches upstairs. 5 straight balls to start the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, Roscoe playing back at 3rd. We have seen Ingram bunt before.
I got him on the elbow.
Yeah, he knew it, just kind of ricocheted off that pad. That's going to bring out Coach Brinkerhoff, and he's going to.
Well, that's a tailing fastball, you know. Not that I think you heard some people, some oohs and ahs maybe, but he wasn't trying. He at the last minute lifted his elbow and it got him.
Yeah, and obviously the umpire and both Peyton Ingram knew it and didn't get him by much, but it does, and that's going to be it for Kanab.
All right, taking the ball while we figure out what they're going to do. We'll come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Are you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or struggling to cope with life's challenges? You're not alone. Finding the right support is the first step towards healing and wellness. Ryan Eddins, a licensed clinical social worker at Gunnison Valley Hospital's Family Practice and Wellness, is a trusted mental health professional who uses a variety of psychotherapy treatments, including EMDR, to help his patients take charge of their mental health and start living a more fulfilling life. Call Ryan Eddins at 435-528-2222 to schedule your appointment today.
You're listening to Utah's sports leader,
KSVC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here, UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Looking at the 3A score, well, maybe they're going 9 in the championship game. I don't know, because now I just put up another. No, that's got to be a final, 9-3, Union over Canyon View. We'll check on that. Cash Kabanik is your new pitcher here. He's going to face 4-5-6 with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Kabanik 1.31 ERA coming in. Okerlund had squared but pulled it back. Well, last year he was a mystery to South Sevier, so maybe they're looking for a little deja vu. Coach Craig Brinkerhoff's going to try it again, see what kind of magic Cash Kabanik can work. Left-hander. That's here. That's going to be a double play.
Triple play.
Triple. Nope, not quite. Well, they come inches. from the triple pay. The L6 was number 1. The put out at second.
Yeah, 6'4".
Was number 2. And the 6'4". And almost got Peyton Ingram.
Yeah, it's a tough one, because as a runner, you still got to freeze, kind of maybe even work back to the bag, realize you're only going to get one base. Instead, you get doubled up, almost tripled up. So big jam. Cash Kabonik still not out of it yet, but really helping himself out.
Got probably the hottest hitter in the lineup in the tournament in Riker Freeman, but it's left on left. That pitch maybe the tail on his fastball would get that one, but the umpire says no.
Yeah, Freeman laid off it.
For those of you at home, check out the video with this. You can find it at V6 Media, TeamHive.live, or KSL Sports. Being provided here at the ball field by V6 Media in conjunction with those entities I just mentioned, including ourselves at Mid-Utah Radio Sports.
Yeah, they wanted no part of Riker Freeman. He had that double and 2 RBIs back in the bottom of the first to give him that 2-0 lead. Kanab came back and got 1, and that's where we stand right now. But 4 straight pitches, not even close.
So that'll be Cameron Hesse comes to bat. Got time at the plate. Cameron calls it and gets it. Beautiful day so far for baseball. Temperature was in the upper 60s at game time. That one's down and in from Kabonik for ball 1.
Yeah, as far as weather, this is the best weather we've had in this tournament. Gradually got better each day.
We felt bad about having to sit up here in the press box. Really bad. Next pitch. It's going to stay up. Roscoe's got some good movement. He's got a good curveball. He's got good movement on a tailing fastball away from the right-handers. It's, I wouldn't say, maybe upper 70s. Ooh, that got Cameron Hesse. So the second hit batsman in the ball game. First one for Roscoe. Maddox Baird going to go out there and talk to Cash Kabonik.
Well, and he did such a good job coming and going right at Canyon Okerlund, getting him to line out into that double play. Almost gets completely out of the jam. They almost turned a triple play on it. Instead, he comes back with a walk and now a hit by pitch, and the bases are loaded again. And Brace Brindley coming up, who's already singled once today, 1 for 1.
So everybody off. Riker Freeman, a big lead out there at second. First pitch upstairs.
Sure changes the game plan when you got pitchers that you're counting on and they haven't been able to come through.
8 straight balls. Finally gets a strike right there, keeping the count at 1-1. They do have the 2 outs. Yeah, and they come that close to turning the triple play. Got 3 guys going to the bullpen there. That ball's going to get out into right center field for base hit. That's going to score 2. He's going to go for 2. And he's in there, siding.
Yeah, double. Picks up 2 RBIs. Brace Brindley now 2 for 2. That's what happens when you walk guys and hit guys. You can't give up those free bases, especially on a good hitting team like South Sevier, who's just got the bats rolling.
That first hit in the inning to score the 2 runs. Got another left-hander down there. Right-hander. 2 left-handers down there warming up.
Yeah, I believe Brody Perkins is one of those they sent down there.
Brings up Jagger Red. Jagger grounded out to the third baseman. His first time up, takes the ball upstairs. Four to 1. Strike 1.
Yeah, you're going to give up hits. It's just the way it is. But when you walk guys and give up hits, that's when it's really costly.
think we got a final in the 3A. Union comes back and beats Canyon View 2 straight games to win the championship, 9-3 for the Union Cougars.
Yeah, congratulations, Coach Labrum and the Union Cougars out there.
It's Labrum knows a thing or two about baseball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Big hack from Jagger Red.
Yet Jagger grounded out to third back in the second inning.
Yeah, he hit it hard. Right at the third baseman. Nice big hop to him. Next pitch from Kabonic. Tried to get the curveball down, but couldn't. Stays up. Makes count full. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the 3-2. Down. Ball 4. That's going to load him.
Good at bat from Jagger Red. Cash Kabonic, he really wanted that one, but didn't get it. Both these two pitchers so far for Kanab, both McCray Cottom and Cash Kabonic, they're really trying to work quick, keep the pace going, but they need to just settle in, take a little bit more time and throw strikes. I think they're just rushing themselves out there.
I have to agree with you. Got all day.
Yeah. I mean, you want to work quick, yeah, that's nice, but you also don't want to rush yourself and hurry up to where you're throwing balls, and I think they just need to take a deep breath, take a little time, focus on playing catch with Maddox Baird.
Strike 1 to Pacey Mitchell. He struck out his first time up. He's been a tough out. That's towards third baseman. Or shortstop Kyle Glover goes to third base for the 6-5 put out number 3. But damage is done. 2 runs on the 1 hit. There were no errors in the ball game or in the inning, and there were 3 left on base. So after 2.5, it's South Sevier 4, Kanab coming to bat with 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Johnson DeMille Engineering was founded in 1982 with a simple mission: to shape the quality of life where we live, work, and play. We are proud to serve by providing clean water, increasing access to nature and recreation, protecting homes from flooding, designing safe wastewater systems, and connecting our communities. It is our goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
For high school sports, KSVC.
Yeah, your home today is Mid-Utah Radio Sports, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports. Been here all weekend. This is championship ball game. Kanab down 4-1 right now. They have to get beat twice, though. And Peyton Ingram on the mound came in last inning to shut the door on the rally. First pitch. He's right there to Cale Glover for strike 1.
Yeah, Cale Glover hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. Made a nice play right there to end the inning, going to the third baseman, Brogan Verosco, on that ground ball to short.
Next pitch, 59-foot curveball. Just didn't get there. Griffin Bone in the on-deck circle. Fouled off Weekly back behind here. Griffin would like to come to bat with somebody on base ahead of him. He singled his first time up. Ingram looking in to try and get the signal. Here's the pitch. Stays outside and even things up at 2-2.
Yeah, Ingram, we knew that they had him ready. I think they would have liked to have seen him or had him for the next one, but they've got to use him here to win this one.
Hit to Brindley. Shortstop moving to his right, throwing off the back foot, and gets him for the 6-3 put out number 1. Good throw. You can see the replay right there. Got him by a step. Nice job and camera work there by V6 Media. The boys out in the basin know what they're doing. First pitch to Griffin Bone, downstairs for ball one. Griffin, a 482 hitter, a home run and 18 driven in to start the tournament.
Yeah, big gaps in right and left center. Lots of room to work right here if you're Griffin Bone to get something out of this infield into a gap. Left fielder Stockton Roberts playing fairly deep.
Griffin's got some pop in his bat. That one's hit down the right field line. I think that's going to get into the bullpen. Yes, it does.
Yeah, just kind of a cue shot off the end of the barrel right there. Flares that one down the right field line.
Peyton Ingram and Riker Freeman, I think they've been teammates for a long time, even in junior baseball coming up. Travel teams, travel tournament teams. Ball three in the dirt there.
Griffin trying to get something started here with one out.
Curveball. Strike two.
Good,
full.
Good curveball from Ingram right there. You know, that's the one thing that we've seen when pitchers have been able to throw, you know, more than one pitch effectively, they've been good.
If that gets away from Peyton Ingram, well, no, Biggs Northup back there now, but that's a base on balls. First base on balls given up by Peyton Ingram. Second in the ball game. That brings up Walker Baird from the left-hand side. With Griffin Bone at first. Griffin's got good speed. 6 stolen bases. We've seen his athleticism on the football field and other places. He's going up, faked it. Step back, Big Nuts to come up. He was cocked and ready to unload, but Griffin stopped. Ball's upstairs.
Yeah, Walker Baird already on the day. Got the single in the RBI.
That thrown out at home, or that was that gets by Biggs Northup. That is the one difference that you're probably going to see with Biggs back there. He's not the everyday catcher. There's a technique to keeping the balls in front of you, and then even still, I don't know how many times he's caught off the turf. The ball is going to get by you in a hurry.
Yeah, this might be the first. Now you got a good base runner in Griffin Bone there at second base in scoring position.
Next pitch. Biggs did try to frame that one, but it's ball three.
Yeah, and at this point, you don't want to give any free passes, but you don't want to give in to Walker Baird. You do have first base open, so you got to really try to paint the corners, keep the ball down.
Next pitch. Upstairs, ball four.
Yeah, back-to-back walks issued by Peyton Ingram. Puts runners at first and second with Cash Kabonik come to the plate. Cash, we see him now on the mound, but hit into a fielder's choice his first time up.
Yeah, he's 400 hitter. He did hit the ball hard. First pitch to Kabonik, batting from the left-hand side right there. Not a bad idea after back-to-back walks to take a pitch.
Well, and if you're Peyton Ingram, you got to expect that too, that, hey, I just walked two guys, they're probably going to be taken. I've got to come in there first pitch strike.
This pitch is in the dirt, even things up at 1-1. We're in the bottom of the third inning, 4-1 right now. South Sevier, but Kanab's threatening. They've got one out, runners at first and second. Cash Kabonik at the plate with a 1-1 count. Peyton Ingram on the mound for South Sevier. The pitch right there on the inside corner for strike two.
Yeah, good job coming back, getting that one in there. Cash Kabonik's got to swing the bat now. Anything close with two strikes?
Curveball tried to backdoor him, but just didn't get the spin on it that he wanted.
Yeah, that one wasn't close at all. It was in the right-handed batter's box.
2-2's the count. One out, two runners on. Pitch. That one stays low. Peyton wanted that one.
Yeah, I think the South Sevier faithful definitely wanted to get that one.
It's full. Here's the pitch. That's lifted to the left-hand side. That's going to go foul to the kids up there on the. Guy had an opportunity to make the branded catch and backed away.
Had the hands out and then said, I don't need a
Maybe not.
broken finger or knuckle today.
Discretion, the better part of valor. 7th pitch in the at-bat to Kabanik. That's hit towards the second baseman. Payson Mitchell, the 1. They're not going to get 2. Griffin Bone started to drift towards home. So on the fielder's choice, they get the second out at second base. Runners at first and third now. With 2 outs, that brings up Brogan Brodsky. Coach Craig Brinkerhoff going out to talk. What'd they do? They didn't call him out at second, did they? Oh, that's saying thought maybe they pulled off.
Yeah, I think Coach Brinkerhoff thought maybe he caught the ball past the bag, but he's saying no, he did get the bag as he came across. That's one thing. If Brace Brindley, too, would have faked that throw to first really hard and came with that spin move back to third, he might have had a chance at Griffin Bone because he was considering taking off on the throw, but he didn't make the throw.
So 2 outs with the runners at first and third. Oh, that gets him. So a hit by pitch is going to load him up. First hit by pitch by Peyton. He's given up 3 freebies already. 2 base on balls, the hit by pitch. He's got 1 strikeout.
Yeah, really, I mean, nothing hurt other than now you have a force on any base. You bring up the freshman in Cannon Verosco, who grounded out to third base his first time up. Cannon's got an opportunity, though, right here to get a couple runs back. Kanab trailing this one 4-1.
They don't need them all in one swing. Chip away. You got Lane Sims, a 317 hitter behind you. Good speed. First pitch, the boy grounded foul. Griffin Bone looks down to make sure that he was in foul territory there. If he gets hit in fair territory, folks, he's out. That would end the inning.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen a few pass balls, so this is where Briggs Northrup and even Peyton Ingram's got to give him a chance to make sure he keeps everything in front. Base runners have got to be aggressive and ready for a pass ball.
Curveball drops in. Yeah. Most people in the right side of the ballpark thought it was a strike. Blue didn't. He's down there right in the middle.
Yeah.
He's a little closer. Next pitch, boy, turned on that one. Look out down there on the farm. Hey, guy caught it this time.
He got it off the bounce.
Got it off the bounce, yeah.
He's having a field day out there.
Son of a gun. Well, he's only fielding 500. So, just strike 2, though, off the bat of Cannon Verosco. We see he's got a little pop. Next pitch, fouled again. He's beating that ball. So far, Peyton hadn't been a mystery to
No, I
Cannon
think Peyton
Verosco.
needs to try to get him to
Fish for one.
Fish for one, down and away in the dirt, or else even challenge him up and in, see if he can't swing underneath one.
The up and in is, I think, where I would go right now, the way he's been pulling that curveball. That must have stayed up.
Yeah, good at bat from the freshman Cannon Verosco right here.
The 2-2's lifted. Who's going to call it? Looks like Jagger Red. Ooh, looked at the man like he was going to pull off. But the P3 is out, number 3. They've threatened, but they don't score. No runs. Actually, no hits, no errors, but there were 3 runners left on base. So after 3 complete, it's still 4-1. South Sevier coming to bat in the top of the 4th on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, B6 Media, and KSL Sports.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
It has MacDon's M1240 windrower that offers cab features to keep operators safe, comfortable, and productive all day long, including Ultra Glide cab suspension, a high-back multi-adjustable air ride seat, Bluetooth radio, warning beacons, and a fully adjustable steering column. The deluxe option takes it further with heated vented leather seating, power mirrors, and a 360-degree night vision to keep you cutting along after the sun sets. The M1240 is the next level of harvesting performance. Ask Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora about an M1240 for your operation.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on
KSBC.
All right, we're back to the top of the lineup facing Cash. Kabonic still on for the Kanab Cowboys. They're down 4-1. Cannon dove for 2. Hit the ball good both times, but right at somebody. First pitch right there. And that's where he's tough, is when he takes a pitch or two.
Well, and for Kabonic, now you get a chance to actually come in and pitch with no runners on and start a fresh inning.
Next pitch, that's it. That's going to get through. Get past Jackson Riddle. Earlier in the ballgame, he hit one the other side of Jackson Riddle. Jackson Riddle moved over, and I think that helped Cannon right there get the base hit on the other side.
Yeah, Cannon now 1 for 3.
Now, we've talked about Cannon. He'll go to all fields, and he's got good pop. He's a line drive hitter. Biggs Northrop coming to bat. Biggs struck out. Got on base on balls. Was put out on a line drive. Ooh, that gets by Cannon. Will go to second base on the wild pitch.
Yeah, Kabonic just lost control of that one.
So 1 ball. Marty at second base, nobody out. They lead 4-1 right now. Next pitch, downstairs for ball 2.
Yeah, this is the hitter's count right here. Biggs Northrop, you got to make sure it's your pitch. Be selective.
Ball's inside. Only the tail, I think, on that left-hand fastball kept him from getting it on the elbow.
He might have the green light here, 3-0.
He's jumping up and down, getting batter's box. Not sure what that was all about, but that's another base on balls by Kabonic. Yeah. Everybody going to come in, going to have a little team meeting on the mound. Here comes the pitching coach.
Yeah, Coach Orton going to go out and talk things over. No outs right here. Runners at first and second. So South Sevier's, they've threatened. They haven't scored in every inning, but they've threatened in every inning. They got 2 in the first. They did not score in the second. They got 2 more in the third, and they're threatening here in the top of the fourth. They lead this one 4-1.
Well, they did that in the previous game, and they scored big in each inning that they scored, with the exception of after the first 2 innings. Then one here, got a blank, 1, 2. Just kept the pressure on.
Well, and Kanab had a little bit of a rally themselves in the bottom of the third, but were unable to score. And, this game, as it moves on, you start running out of innings.
Well, you can't count them out. They got the last battle. They'd like to keep it close, maybe a little closer than 4-1 even. But Peyton Ingram at the plate. He's 1 for 1. That gets him.
Yeah, Kabonic just does not have the control that he did last year at this juncture of the season.
You look at his numbers coming in, 1.31 ERA, but only limited time, 5 1/3 innings. But the thing, 7 base on balls, 6 strikeouts, 0-1 record. So the sophomore magic is wore off, it looks like.
Well, Peyton Ingram, he started things off in the first inning, had a single, and now he's been hit twice.
Kenyon Okerlund up base on balls and lined out to shortstop. Almost ended up in a triple play. First pitch downstairs, strike one.
Yeah,
They
Kenyon
come a
Okerlund.
step from getting that triple play.
Yeah, he's got to love his opportunity right now to score some more runners, get some RBIs.
And he's going to do it. He lifts one to left field. That's going to score two. Left fielder had trouble coming up with the baseball. Everybody's safe. Runner moves to second. So it's a single. He's going to score two for Peyton Ingram. Going to move to third. Well, that's 15, not 6 that hit that.
Yeah, that's it. Coach Brinkerhoff's seen enough. He's going to come out and make a change.
All right, well, Coach Brinkerhoff makes a change. We'll be back on Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
It's never too early or too late to be thankful for new carpet or flooring. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring has a huge inventory and the service to back it up. Just come in and pick it out, and Shepherd's does the rest. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring will help you get rid of those old carpets and flooring and replace them with new stain-resistant carpets or luxury vinyl planks. Shop 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out Shepherd's at 410 North Main in Richfield, and the deal's done.
This is Mark Huntsman, President and CEO of Sunrise Engineering. Thank you to our clients and employees at Sunrise for the opportunity to work together to accomplish many great things. When you think of an engineering company, roads and water systems may come first to your mind. At Sunrise, we're in the people business. The people at Sunrise work hard to create solutions that work and relationships that last for the people of our communities. To become part of the Sunrise team or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
Okay, we're back. The new pitcher, Brady Ramsey, is going to face Riker Freeman. That's a tough way to come in, face one of the hottest hitters on the ball club with runners at second and third. But Maddox Baird goes out just to make sure that they're all on the same page here. We're a 6-1 ball game here right now in the top of the fourth. 2 runs in on the inning. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Ramsey, a left-hander, facing Riker Freeman from the left side. First pitch is downstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, and he comes in a really tough situation. Runners at second and third.
Well,
no outs.
came in, or not Vrosco, Kabonic came in, and he stayed completely away from him. So we'll see how Ramsey does it. The 1-0 on the inside portion. Ball 2. Yeah, Kabonic had a tough outing. 2 walks and a hit batsman. 2 hits batsman. Freeman wins that.
Oh, what a play. really shocked with 2-0, no outs, other than we have seen Freeman lay one down for a base hit right there, but that's a situation I think you're trying to swing away and drive something in the outfield, but a really nice play from the pitcher, Ramsey, the freshman, coming in, making a nice catch.
Yeah, Kashkabanik went back to left field. Looked like everybody else stayed where they were. That brings up Cameron Hesse. Cameron lined out to the shortstop and was hit by a pitch. 3 hit batsmen in the game for the pitching staff for Kanab. That pitch is right there for strike 1.
You know, and we've seen already, all you need to do is throw strikes. You got to be able to spot your pitches and throw strikes. Those pitchers that haven't thrown strikes haven't lasted at all.
Nope, freebies in a game like this are going to cost you. That's hit right at. They're going to come home. You got him. He holds on to the. Yep, got him.
A really nice play by the shortstop, Kel Glover. That was a tough play too, because he had to kind of wait for the runner to clear. He's going to second base. He makes a play, comes up with the one hopper into Maddox Baird, and Maddox Baird doing a better job probably catching that off the bounce and keeping it in the glove and making the tag out at home plate.
That's a big play. That's a big play. Brace Brindley, 2 for 2 in the ball game. Nobody's been a mystery to Brace yet. Maddox Baird given the signs with runners at first and third. There are 2 outs.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to give up, take the chances, though, of throwing a runner out and give up another run there at third base. Down 6-1 here, top of the 4th.
And him going back. Ball 1. Yeah, the big leg kick had Cameron Hesse going back to the base. They haven't seen his move yet. Next pitch, downstairs for ball 2. Left-handers generally have a couple moves. And at the quick toss over there, they got the big kick and go. Yeah, ball 3.
Yeah, Brace Brindley 2 for 2 in this game with 2 RBIs, has the single and the double. He's had a nice tournament.
The 3-0 pitch on its way, misses. Maddox Baird looked back and wondered where that one was. He just had a discussion with the home plate umpire.
Yeah, and then he's
still discussing.
They are. In fact, Baird kind of shrugged his shoulders, the pitcher, after even talking, like, I don't know where that was, but
he looks into the dugout, something coming on over there. Okay, that'll bring up Jagger Red. Jagger grounded out to third and had a base on balls. First pitch, down and in for ball 1.
Jagger's made some nice plays there at first base. Also had some big hits, and last time up drew that nice walk.
We're in the top of the 4th inning. 2 in the first, none in the second, 2 in the third, 2 so far here. That ball gets by Max Baird. That's going to make number 3 on this inning as Canyon Okerlund scampers home on the wild pitch.
Yeah, runs are a premium, so you hate giving them up because right now that's one thing that Kanab's, only got the 3 hits and the 1 run. They've struggled to put runs across.
Yep, they got the 1 in the first, and they've been blank since then. Just the 6 hits for South Sevier, but they've taken advantage of a lot of freebies. First strike to Jagger Red, 2 balls, 1 strike. That one's outside, gets a friendly call there.
Yeah, backdoor curveball coming from the lefty. Starts it in on the inside part of that left-handed batter's box, breaks it across the outside part of the plate.
We'll try that again. Up, got too much of the head in that, and that's going to score 2 and go all the way to the corner. Jagger Red's going to have at least a double. Throw coming. Uh-oh. That throw went way wild. I'm not sure Jagger had an opportunity, but I guess he's just going to stick. So that'll score 2. on the double off the bat of Jagger Red.
Yeah, really nice hit. He just hammered that one into left field, picks up 2 more RBIs, and the damage just continues throughout 1 through 9 on this lineup, and we're going to see number 9, Payson Mitchell, come up with a chance to tack one more on.
Yeah, this will be the 9th runner in the, or 9th batter in the inning. Payson Mitchell struck out and grounded out, shortstop to third base to end the 3rd inning. Next pitch.
Well, we talked about hitting and how it can be contagious, and right now, South Sevier's, they're feeling it.
Brady Ramsey wondering where the heck was that. He down on his knees, lost his hat. Jagger Red bouncing around out there at second base, causing a little distress for Ramsey. Ball 2.
Well, 2 things. Lots of balls and not able to throw multiple pitches for strikes have really hurt the pitchers, not only in this game for Kanab, but in this whole tournament.
Well, we talked coming in about South Sevier having played. All right, they played last night. They played first thing this morning. They're warm. Kanab's coming in cold, and it's I've seen it. Playing a lot of softball tournaments and baseball tournaments myself, where that's been the case. So he started to call that, and Payson Mitchell sold it as a base on balls and went on down to second base. So that'll bring up Cannon Barney.
Yeah, Cannon Barney, he's swinging a hot bat as well. I don't know who isn't right now for this South Sevier team, but Cannon Barney coming up. He's 1 for 3. Had a nice hard hit single his last at bat.
First pitch. I'll tell you what, though, Blue kind of shut things down here, hasn't he? That looked like a fairly good pitch. A left-hand tail there on that. Well, the next pitch in the dirt. No doubter on that one. 5 runs in the inning, just the 3 hits.
Yeah, Coach Baker's telling him, hey, it's got to be perfect right here. Cannon looking 1 pitch, 1 zone.
That'd have been a good one to go to the right side like he's done his first 2 previous bats. Might have had just given him the take sign, too.
Mm-hmm.
2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. 5 across. Cannon calls and gets time.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit of a breeze. You see that flag out there in center field, blowing pretty much out.
I've been drinking. I see 2 flags out there, Coach. I've seen double. 2-1 pitch on its way. Cannon Barney lifts it foul back here to the right-hand side. Bounce on the metal roof here of the veranda. Nice crowd here today for championship baseball at UCCU Ballpark. Counts 2-2. South Sevier with a 9-1 lead here as they bat in the top of the 4th with 5 runs already across. Timeout again. Now, Ramsey's been a little bit different than the previous pitchers. He's kind of taking his time, and South Sevier's making him pay for it. They don't mind the fast pace, especially when you're ahead 9-1. Next pitch, curveball. Ooh. Just got a piece of that.
Yeah, he recognized the late break on it and decided I better foul this one off. Doesn't want to get caught looking and get rung up for strike 3.
Counts even. We'll do it again. The 2-2 pitch to Cannon Barney. On its way. That's hit towards the shortstop, Cale Glover. He's backhands it. 1 hop over there to the first baseman for out number 3. On the 6-3 put out for out number 3. But damage is done. They get him up with 5 runs. They do it on 3 hits. There was no errors in the inning. And 2 runners. 2 runners left on. 1, 2, yes, 2 men. So at the end of 4 1/2, 9-1, as Kanab comes to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, Team Hive Done Live, and KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Embark on your journey to radiant skin with Sam Pete Skin Bar. Whether you are looking to address specific skin concerns, kickstart your skincare routine, or simply indulge in relaxation, we've got you covered. Facials, microneedling, seasonal chemical peels, and more. Located at 210 West Main Street in Mount Pleasant, Utah. Visit our website at sampeteskinbar.com or call or text 435-314-6024 to book your appointment today.
6 Media just about put me to sleep. Got that video there about a massage. When you massage that head, I could use one of them right about now. See if they can massage my voice here a little bit. All right, bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Lane Sims, Jackson Riddle, and back to the top. Maddox Baird, first pitch, called strike 1 on an outside corner to Lane Sims. Peyton Ingram still on. I had him with 33 pitches coming in. So at 34, counter agrees. That one's fouled off to the right-hand side.
Kanab got 2 more guys down there in bullpen. I think one of those looks like Ryan East, and try to get a number on the right-hander.
So the 1-1. I had it as a 0-2 pitch. Now they got it as, well, I'll go with the ball. I thought I had the 0-2, so, yeah. Who knows? Starting to cloud up. That ball's lifted foul.
There's a chance for Maddox Baird right here.
Maddox Baird, he's got it. Good job. Turned around there and faced the...
Sorry, not Maddox Baird. Biggs Northrop, yeah.
That, for somebody that don't play the position very long, played it just perfectly right there on the P2. Out number 1. Every out counts. Every out hurts Kanab. At this point in the ball game, as they bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're halfway home. That's hit right back at Peyton Ingram. He's going to toss it to Jagger Red for out number 2 on the 1-3 ground out. Back to the top of the order to Maddox Baird. Catcher for the Kanab Cowboys.
Yeah, and right now, they're down to 10 outs.
Yes, they are. They're just about to the point where they need an out, a run for every out that they're down to. Peyton Ingram, first pitch. Curveball, misses. Maddox, .415 hitter to start the tournament based on balls and a strikeout. Next one downstairs for ball 2. That one catches the corner.
Yeah, Ingram's dialed in out there on the mound, throwing lots of strikes, and got the first 2 batters here. And now he's able to kind of just nibble away at that pitch on the inside part of the plate, get strike 1 on Maddox Baird.
That one's hit foul. Valiant effort there by Stockton Roberts. Try and chase that down, but run out of room right there at the bullpen.
Yep, evens the count at 2-2. 2 outs.
Going back trying to update my statistics here in my book. I kind of got sidetracked there. That next pitch is a ball. That's going to make the count full. I'm busy watching the baseball game, Coach.
You should be. Enjoy it.
That ball ripped. That's going to get by a diving Grace Brindley. Gets things going. He's going to stretch that to 2. Good piece of hitting there by Maddox Baird, the catcher. Fourth hit in the ball game.
It was a good, and he's looking in the dugout saying, hey, let's keep it rolling, get things going right here. They're looking for any rally, and sometimes that's all it takes is to get one guy going.
Yep. Well, you don't have to have them all back this inning. That's going to bring out number 6. Is that Hayden Gubler?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Hayden Gubler going to run again for Maddox Baird. Second time he's had to come on base on balls to Maddox back in the first inning.
Well, Stockton Roberts and Riker Freeman doing a good job of tracking that one down in left center field and keeping him at just a double and not allowing him to get a triple on that one.
First pitch in the dirt, a good stop there by Biggs Northrup. Biggs does a good job back there for not being the everyday catcher. Been watching his footwork, especially his throw down to second. Got a good strong arm. That ball's hit right at the second baseman. Good stop there on the backhand. Throw for the 4-3 put out. Out number 3. Well, they threaten, but they don't score. No runs on one hit. No errors, and one runner left on base. After 4 complete, it's 9-1. We'll be back on the Mid Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Your source for high school sports.
KSVC.
Okay, Brady Ramsey's still on for Coach Craig Brinkerhoff. South Sevier bats in the top of the 5th inning with a 9-1 lead. They'll bring the 3-4-5 hitters. No, we'll come back here to 2. I'll get over on the South Sevier side. So Biggs Northrup, Peyton Ingram, and Canyon Okerlund. 2-3-4. First pitch to Biggs is in the dirt. Good stop there by Maddox Baird. You notice Maddox, it's the same whether there's runners on or not. It's just every time the mechanics are there. Good mechanics. Next pitch. Another one right there. I guarantee you that kind of stuff can wear a person out.
Yeah, Maddox Baird calls time. Cal Glover's going to come in. Now Brogan Brosco's going to come join him as well.
Go ahead and tell him, so you see these legs and this chest protector I got here, it's supposed to be, seldom used. Nice. I like the design, though. Kind of the Ninja Turtle thing there.
Yep.
You feel like that sometimes back behind the plate. Next pitch. Well, Biggs like that one. That's going to get foul. Is it going to stay in play? Oh, good try there by Maddox Baird.
Yeah, the problem was he got in the he turned to the right side and he got in the way of the umpire. Or not, the umpire was trying to get out of his way, but they got tangled up and he couldn't get around him. But he should have just went to the left. Instead, he circled around. He went to the first base side first and then circled around behind, and that ball was hit to the third base dugout.
Yep. It's a tough angle. Usually that angle is the other way, either straight back or towards the first base. That boy, he squares that one up, hits it a mile high, but that's going to find a place to die in the glove of Cash Kabanik out there in left field for the F7. Probably hit it 320 feet or better. I'm going to guess that alley out there is going to be 360 to 380 something.
Yeah.
Right, Coach? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. He just, like you said, he just sky high that one instead of flattening it out and getting it on a line.
At home, that's over that barn out there that they got in left field. Hit the Cale Glover across the diamond. Good scoop there.
Yeah, nice job from Cale Glover and a good scoop, like you said. Walker Baird with the nice scoop.
It looked like he dropped the ball, but like the umpire still caught it. It was on the transfer from his glove, trying to.
Yeah, he was trying to flip that one to Maddox as he hustled down the line so he could throw it around the horn.
So that'll bring up Canyon Okerlund. They could use a 1-2-3 inning here. Could the Kanab Cowboys? Cannon's been on base twice. First pitch strike.
And there's a curveball, right? Yep. So now you're going to be able to get first pitch strike, but you're throwing multiple pitches. And now quickly, Canyon Okerlund down 0-2 as he sees fastball in there for strike two.
Yep. Now you got to put your think cap on. Make sure you're seeing the ball, picking up the spin and the location. Comes inside. Thought for a second that might have got him. That's just a ball. Brady lost his hat. Big K on the hats, Kanab Cowboys. Swing and a miss, strike three. Hold on to it, that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. So after 5.5, still 9-1 with Kanab coming to bat in the bottom of the fifth inning on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. V6 Media, Team Hive.live, and KSL Sports. We'll be back.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Just a reminder, Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe custom manufactures trusses to order. Give them a call if you need a quote on trusses for your building project, large or small. Albee has architectural shingles on sale, plus great deals on Trex decking. Need power tools? Albee Lumber has a full line of power tools at great prices right now. Come in and check the sale items with new deals every week at Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe, where the wood is good and so is the hardware.
All right, we're back. Griffin Bone will lead things off for the Kanab Cowboys. First pitch is outside and low for ball one. Griffin 1 for 1 in the ball game. Base hit, base on balls. Comes into the tournament hitting .482 with 18 runs driven in. The 1-0 pitch. That's hit towards the second baseman. Payson Mitchell's got the scoop over to Jagger Red for out number one on the 4-3. Ground out.
Yeah, nice play and good job, Peyton Ingram out there on the mound, getting the first batter out.
Walker Baird, same way. He's 1 for 2. Well, he did it same way. He's in a base hit and base on balls. He bats on the left-hand side. Facing Peyton Ingram. Peyton, come on, has done a nice job. Ball one.
You know, so far the difference in these two teams, in my opinion, is the South Sevier bats are just they're warmed and ready, and Kanab hasn't really put a string together.
That's going to be just over the head of Payson Mitchell into right field in front of Cannon Barney there. Big turn there from Walker Baird, but he's going to have to hold with the single, so he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, we'll see if they can't string some together right here now as Walker Baird, like you said, starts that one with the single. Cash Kamonic, 2 fielder's choices that he's hit into.
Rain starting. See the people heading for the veranda. Yeah, fair weather baseball fans. Kamonic calls time.
Hey, they
out
were
at the
enjoying
break.
the sun earlier today.
Yeah, it'll be back. Maybe 30 or 40 minutes, but it'll be back. It's Saturday. You won't have to take a shower tonight. First pitch, Cash Kabonic, right up the middle. Well, now they've strung a couple hits together.
That's all it takes. Get a couple going, get some confidence. You know, this is the second time through for a lot of these guys being able to see Peyton Ingram now. So we'll see what Brogan Verosco can do to see if he can follow that up, keep it going. He's 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch.
Well, Griffin and Walker did that same thing back-to-back in the first inning, but they haven't done anything since then.
No, that's the difference. The bottom of the lineup for Kanab has not came through like the bottom of the lineup for South Sevier.
First pitch, downstairs for ball 1 to Brogan Verotsko. Yeah, Brogan popped up to the catcher on the back of that. Cash Kabonic was out on the fielder's, well, Walker Baird was out at third on the fielder's choice off the bat, I think. That's going to find a hole over there. That's going to score a run. Runner going to third. Here comes the throw behind the runner.
There they go, 3 straight hits, and Kanab starting to have a little bit of a rally of their own. Makes it 9-2 with runners at first and third, 1 out. Nice piece of hitting from Brogan Verosco.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Picks up the RBI. Heads up base running. Cash Kabonic to get to third base.
Yeah, now we're going to see Brady Ramsey. He came in to pitch. He's batting in the spot of where Cannon Verosco was batting. Oh, and he rips one right up the middle.
So back to back to back to back. 4 hits in a row. Pick up the second run, 9-3.
Some people do a rain dance, and what the Kanab must have been waiting for that rain to get the hits going.
That's it. Brady Ramsey's number 10, isn't he?
Yes.
That'll bring up Lane Sims. Lane's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Just 1 out. Lane steps out. Runners at first and second. That's Brady Ramsey at first. Brogan Verosco at second. First pitch, called strike 1.
Yeah, Ingram took a lot off that one, trying to mix it up, throwing too many first pitch fastballs, and these Kanab Cowboys stepped in there and were driving it.
So the 0-1 from Peyton Ingram on its way. Swing and miss at one, probably in the dirt. Wish he had that one back. I bet Lane Sims does. 317 hitter coming into the tournament.
Yeah, he's got 1 hit and then popped up to the catcher his last time up, so hoping to get his second hit and keep this inning alive. Drive a run in.
The backers.
Yeah.
He wants to do 5 backs. Next pitch. Nope. That comes back here behind us. So the old pitch still remains 0-2. Got some action down in the Kanab bullpen. I don't see anything down in the thing. Yeah, rain picking up. At least you can see it out there. But we're on the turf, so it's not going to be like you're in a...
Ooh, nice curveball. Got him to wave at it.
Gets him on a nice curveball. Good job there by Peyton Ingram. Come back and get the strikeout. That's his first since coming on. It had held him scoreless until this inning. So 1 out. That's Jackson Riddle. First pitch. Yes, they say he went. Strike 1.
Yeah, checked his swing right there, but not until he crossed the plane.
That looked like a straight change from Peyton Ingram. Next pitch. Upstairs. Ball 1. Things could get a little slick out there. You know, the ball off the turf, the ball coming back to the from catcher to pitcher. Fly balls. We do have a Light rain. Oh, that's going to get him in the middle of the back. That will extend the rally. That will load the bases.
Yeah, and that loads the bases for Maddox Baird, who had a double his last at bat. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Not what Coach Baker and South Sevier wanted to see. They wanted to get out of this one, only giving up the 2 runs with the 9-3 lead. But now Maddox Baird has a chance to, if he hits another one in the gap like he did, I think you're going to be able to see Jackson Riddle score from first base. That'd clear the bases and make it a 9-6 ball game. So we'll see what Maddox Baird can do with the bat here.
Peyton from the windup. First pitch, swinging, fouled that off to the right-hand side. He was shooting it to that right side. Strike 1. Next pitch, curveball. Lift to the right side. That's going to get out of play. Over there near the porta potties.
Yeah, good job, Ingram, getting Baird down in the count 0-2. Now we can go to work on him.
Them are the liberal voting booths over there.
Yeah, now Maddox Baird, he's got to make sure that he fouls anything off, but Ingram, you can get him to try to chase right here and pitches something out of the zone, get himself out.
The 0-2 on its way, hit right back up the middle. That'll score 2. Lane Sims is going to hold up there. Here comes the throw home. So Maddox Baird.
That ball was hit hard right up the middle. Too good a pitch right there from Peyton Ingram, 0-2. You'd like to see him try to get him to chase something out of the zone, at least maybe on the first or second pitch, and then come back. But Maddox Baird coming through big right there with a single and 2 RBIs.
5th hit in the inning. 4 runs. They out hit right now. They lead by hits 9-7, but they trailed 9-4 on the scoreboard. They're going to have a timeout here. Pitching coach is going to come out and talk to Peyton Ingram. While he's out to talk, we'll take a quick break. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Team Live, B6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Local high school baseball teams located at 180 North, 100 East, Suite C in Richfield. Owner Haley Tebbs is happy to help with all of your individual and group health insurance needs. At Tebbs Financial, they can also offer a wide range of investment options, including IRAs and college savings plans. Stop in or call 893-2107. And remember, Babe Ruth once said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Securities offered through Parkland Securities Company, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Tebbs Financial is independent of Parkland Securities.
Live high school sports action on KSBC.
We're going to get a runner out there for Maddox Baird. That's the only thing I can think that he's talking about there. Coach Brincroft out talking to the umpire. Umpire playing stenographer here right now. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, just bringing a runner out. That's number 5, Cooper Anderson's going to come in.
He's going to run. That's not for Maddox Baird, though. He's going to run for Jackson Riddle.
Yeah, and they want to make sure that anything hit to the outfield, they score that extra run. That's how important it is. Kanab actually out-hitting.
Who is that runner, did you say?
That's Cooper Anderson. Kanab out-hitting South Sevier so far 9-7, but it's been all those freebies that were given up and those few errors, things like that were giving South Sevier that big early lead.
Cale Glover up. Next pitch outside. Get back here so you can hear me. Trying to munch my apple in the break there. Still raining lightly. Next pitch. Going to catch the corner for strike 1.
Yeah, and Kel Glover taken all the way with the 2-0 count.
It's the 9th hitter in the inning.
And you got a good hitting Griffin Bone on deck, as well as Walker Baird following him.
He squares, pulls back, and gets away. Everybody's going to move up.
Yeah, good job right there. I think that helped as, it almost looked to me like they were going anyways, but that ball gets away from Biggs Northrop just barely, and good base running is those guys pick up an extra base, and now Kel Glover with the base hit could score two.
Well, we talked about that. When you square, a lot of things start happening. Not all of them good. Depending on which side, that's base on balls. So,
well, the Kanab fans really like it because who would they rather have up than Griffin Bone with loaded bases here and 2 outs?
Well, not who Peyton Ingram would want to see up there.
Well, this is the second trip out, so that means they're making a change.
They're going to make a change. They're going to bring Jagger Red in, it looks like. So while we look, see what other kind of changes are made, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, B6 Media, and KSL Sports.
The Beaver Medical Clinic has built a reputation of providing compassionate health care for residents of Beaver and Iron counties. You'll appreciate the professional services of Drs. Roger Smith, Wade Oakton, Lance Smith, Rhett Smith, and nurse practitioners Wade Hollingshead, Lindsay Cheney, Robin Horton, and Joan Yardley. The Beaver Medical Clinic is a family practice offering affordable health care and convenient payment options, with offices in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan.
At CVMC Medical Clinics, our growing team of physicians and advanced providers are shaping what rural healthcare can be. With an array of specialties available and world-class orthopedic medicine, our footprint is always expanding to ensure our personalized approach is reaching as many as possible. Familiar faces and expert knowledge, all of our locations can offer your family full-spectrum care in one place. Available in Nephi, Santaquin, and Fountain Green. CVMC is the place where healthcare is made personal.
Kanab Cowboys bat in the bottom of the fifth. They've already put 4 on the board. They got 2 outs, and they got the big guy, Griffin Bone, at the plate. First pitch from Brindley. Oh, swinging and miss on a bad one. I think Griffin just a little bit anxious, trying to make sure he can do something for his ball club.
Yeah, really good pitch from Brindley, too. Got that one on the outer half of the plate, down low, and where Griffin Bone couldn't reach it.
Curveball diving away. Next pitch, another curveball. That's fouled off to the third base side.
Brindley's one that they felt like last year, had they had him, they might have been able to have a little bit better run.
Got hurt.
Yeah,
yep.
But they didn't have him in the lineup. They've got him this year.
Yep, he's had a little bit of a tough time, but got some good numbers, 3.89 ERA. Get the rest of the numbers here in a minute. The 0-2 to Griffin Bone. Got him with him.
Yeah, Griffin was looking for another curveball off speed, and Brindley just challenged him with the fastball on the outside part of the plate. Catches him looking, so big time out, and nice move. You play the chess match. Coach Baker rolling the dice, going with Brindley, deciding Ingram's had enough, and it pays off big.
So 4 runs, and they did it on 5 hits. with 3 runners left on base. So score at the end of 5, 9-5. We'll be back with South Sevier coming to bat in the top of the 6th inning with the 9-5 lead on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, V6 Media, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Your connection for high school sports. KSVC.
Willie Akers and Olin Anderson back here, UCCU Ballpark. They're in the 2A state championship. If South Sevier should hold on to win, they lead right now 9-5, coming to bat in the top of the 6th. We'd have to play another ball game, but Kanab just put 4 runs in their half of the 5th inning. Scores 9-5, and that brings Riker Freeman up facing Brady Ramsey. But he came in, did a real good job shutting down the Rams. First pitch, curveball for strike 1.
Yeah, and we saw Riker Freeman in that first inning have the double to left center field to score 2. He walked and then popped up to the pitcher.
Well, that ripped to right field. If that stays fair, that's trouble. That's
It
gone.
is. Yeah, solo shot right down the right field line, and that was a line shot all the way. It was a matter of whether that ball is going to stay fair or foul, and it just hooks the foul pole, stays fair.
Yep. I knew it off the bat. If it stayed fair was the only question in my mind. Riker Freeman, he hung another curveball up there. I said, if he hangs that curveball up there, how's the old saying go? Fool me once, and you ain't gonna do it twice on a hitter like Riker Freeman, the way he's been hitting the ball in the tournament. 10-5.
Yeah, that's a big run because South Sevier, Kanab just cut into their lead and then come back and get one. Any additional run here is a bonus, but
Big
that's a big
lift.
one. Yeah.
Big emotional lift for the South Sevier Rams. Next pitch inside, almost got Cameron Hesse for ball 1.
Well, we're seeing too many. You got to throw strikes, but you're throwing too many good pitches in situations 0-2, 1-2, and hitters know they've got to swing and protect, and right there, Freeman just unloads.
That catches a corner, even the count at 1-1. Next pitch, that's in the dirt. Good stop there by Maddox Baird. Counts 2-1.
Yeah, Baird wanting a different baseball.
Yeah, we had a little rain, and I'm not sure it might be. I don't see any rain now, but things are going to be slick for a little bit. The sun would come back out. Wouldn't take long to dry things up. That next pitch is skied to the right-hand side. Jackson Riddle going out. Drops the baseball. Well, there's the first error of the ball game. You talk about emotion, how it can play on a team, and right there's a great example.
Yeah, he says that's me. Get us a ground ball right here.
Looking to maybe do a little celebrating, and might have just taken his eye off.
Well, that's one thing. That's why Kanab's been number 1. They've made those plays. They've done the little things, but right there, that one's one that's costly. You got to be able to make that catch.
Yep. Next pitch is down for ball. They don't usually hurt themselves. Ball 2 inside. That do a number of things. That breaks a pitcher's momentum, and it's a lot of things. Baseball people, I don't realize. I think it's a game of emotion, especially at this level. When you're not doing it for pay, you're doing it for your school. Ball 3.
Well, instead of having one out right there after you just give up a solo home run, you take a sigh of relief and a deep breath, but instead you got a runner at first, no outs, and it doesn't get any easier with this lineup. Then you turn around and walk Brace Brindley, who's 2 for 2, and that's his second walk of the game.
That pitch was close. I'm not sure where that was at. The place I think could be was down, maybe. Jagger Red comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Yeah, Coach Brinkerhoff's trying to get time. I think this will be it for Brady Ramsey.
Well, while we figure out what's going on, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, Team Hive, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery, and sushi made fresh every day. Get all this with hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
Transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Mason Machinery has MacDon's M1240 windrower that offers cab features to keep operators safe, comfortable, and productive all day long, including Ultra Glide cab suspension, a high-back multi-adjustable air ride seat, Bluetooth radio, warning beacons, and a fully adjustable steering column. The deluxe option takes it further with heated vented leather seating, power mirrors, and a 360-degree night vision to keep you cutting along after the sun sets. The M1240 is the next level of harvesting performance. Ask Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora about an M1240 for your operation.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on
KSVC. Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back. The new picture. Brody Perkins looks pretty sparkling. 0.00 ERA. 12 innings pitched, 3 bases and balls, 13 walks with a 2-0 record. Looking to stop the bleeding here. First pitch, Jagger Red, curveball. Jagger, swing and miss.
Yeah, he had a good hack at it, just not able to make any good connection on it.
Next pitch, that's it towards center field. That's going to get down. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw home. Is not going to be in time. So that'll be the RBI for Jagger Red.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3. Yeah. 2 for 3 with another RBI, so he's got 3 RBIs now and a walk. Having a great day at the plate.
Second run of the inning. That brings up Payson Mitchell, number 9 hitter, with nobody out. That pitch stays upstairs for ball 1. Now, tough spot for Brody Perkins to come into. And you got a hot lineup. The bottom of this lineup for South Sevier has been on fire. Going to step on third, across the diamond, going to get the double play the hard way, around the horn. 5.
Yep.
5-3.
Brogan Verosco with a really nice play, fields that one, steps on the bag, and across the diamond. That's what Perkins needed after he gave up the first hit to Jagger Red. That started too. You get the home run from Freeman, and then an error, and then a walk, and then a base hit, and you give up an extra run.
So Jagger Red does end up at second base, but now there's 2 outs with Cannon Barney coming to the plate. First pitch in the dirt, good stop there by Maddox Baird. How many times we said that today?
Yeah. You got to be tough behind the plate in these games like this, just to continually catch. And
somebody send a messenger out to the Kanab bullpen, tell them guys to relax out there, would you?
Yeah.
Get a shot of that one on the camera, huh? If the sun was out, they could have the beach towels out. Next pitch, going to catch the corner for strike one.
Now, Perkins a senior too. You know, he comes in a tough situation, but as a senior, he can handle it.
Curveball.
Yeah, nice pitch.
One ball, two strikes. There are 2 outs. 2 runs across an inning, makes the score 11-5. Next pitch. Tried to get that one out there again. Maddox Baird tried to frame that, but couldn't sell that one.
No, and good job of Kanab Barney to lay off it. Now it's 2-2.
Another curveball. That stays up. Couldn't get on top of that one.
Trying to climb the ladder, but you'd rather see if you can't get Kanab Barney out here versus bringing up Biggs Northrup with runners on first and second.
It's full. Pitch just slapped toward the first baseman. Griffin Bones going to take it himself for the G3 and out number 3. But South Sevier comes up with 2 runs. They do it on 2 hits. There was the 1 error, and there was 1 runner left on base. So after 5.5, it is 11-5 with South Sevier, with the Kanab Cowboys coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning on the Media Chart Radio Sports Network, V6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded in 1982 with a simple mission: to shape the quality of life where we live, work, and play. We are proud to serve by providing clean water, increasing access to nature and recreation, protecting homes from flooding, designing safe wastewater systems, and connecting our communities. It is our goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
President and CEO of Sunrise Engineering. Thank you to our clients and employees at Sunrise for the opportunity to work together to accomplish many great things. When you think of an engineering company, roads and water systems may come first to your mind. At Sunrise, we're in the people business. The people at Sunrise work hard to create solutions that work and relationships that last for the people of our communities. To become part of the Sunrise team or to learn more about our professional services, visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Your source for high school sports. KSVC.
So we had a few changes. Biggs Northrup goes to third base. Peyton Ingram back behind the plate. And who we got in left field? Or we got shortstop now?
Canyon Okerlund.
Okay, that's where he moved to. Okay, first pitch to Walker Baird's called strike 1.
Yeah, Walker Baird's singled twice. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Also picked up an RBI on that single back in the first inning.
11-5 here, bottom of 6. Kids are for 7. Next pitch outside for ball 1. Brace Brindley on the mound, came on the last half for South Sevier. Nice spot, but doesn't get the call.
Nope, just left that one out just a little bit. Walker Baird's done a nice job at first base for this Kanab team. We also saw him come in yesterday and pitch really well, help his team get the victory.
Curveball. Say he didn't go. So 3-1. Still nobody out. It's going to be ball 4.
Yeah, Walker Baird stays perfect now. 2 for 2 with the 2 singles, and now draws his second base on balls.
Got to bring up Cash Kabonic. Cash was the second of 4 straight hits back in the 5th inning where they scored the 4 runs. Bat from the left-hand side, came in hitting 400. First pitch is a ball.
Yeah, Brace has just got to settle in and challenge the hitters right here. You got a 6-run lead. Make them earn their way on.
That ball's hit towards the left-hand side. Stockton Roberts got a late start, and that gets over his head. So Walker Baird will end up at third.
Yeah, Cash Kabonic just a little bit, almost like he was late with the swing a little bit, but hits that flare into left field, and yeah, it just drops in and then takes a bounce, kind of gets over Stockton Roberts out there in left field, but he quickly gets the ball, gets it in. Runners at second and third now. Kanab, no outs, trailing 11-5 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Brogan was the third of the 4 straight hits. Last time up, he fouls that off to the right on the first pitch. Brogan came into the game into the tournament hitting 372 with 6 RBIs.
Yeah, he's aggressive at the plate. He looks for his pitch early in the count.
That's going to make it down in center field. Rector Freeman comes up with the ball, see if they challenge him.
Yeah, they're not going to test him. Nice piece of hitting, though, from Brogan Verosco. He's got back-to-back singles, 2 for 3 on the day now.
Runners at first and third. 11-6.
And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Brody Perkins. You watch his strike one right down the middle. First and third for Kanab here.
Brody Perkins, a 333 hitter.
Ooh, looks at 2 good pitches. You know, this is first at bat, though. I mean, this spot in the lineup has pretty much become the pitcher spot, and Perkins into pitch now. He's got to come up clutch, try to help himself out.
Yep, swing and miss, strike 3. First out in the inning comes on the strikeout. Second strikeout for Brace Brindley.
And it's tough when you come in and watch 2 really good pitches and then only have 1 swing to work with.
So runners at first and third, we're going to have a pinch hitter. Who is this? Number, it ought to be 16. Number 16, Latimer Glover, 500 hitter.
Yeah, just a freshman getting his first chance. We're seeing, we seen this last night. Grand pretty much against South Sevier. You know, they went through the whole lineup and they'll bench everybody included, and now both South Sevier and Kanab here today trying to do everything they can to win this game.
So Latimer comes to bat with 1 out. An 11-6 ball game of runners on the corners. Batting from the right-hand side, like I said, batting 500 on the season with 4 runs driven in. Replaces Lane Sims in the lineup, 3-17-15. Was pitched outside for ball 1.
Yeah, it was close, but it was outside. You can't see too many pitches once again, too. If you're Latimer, you've got to be able to be aggressive.
Foul that off. Back here behind. I'm going to guess this is just a pinch hit. That Lane Sims will probably re-enter the ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Yeah, he kind of dropped the back shoulder, almost lifted that one a little bit. Coach Brinkerhoff telling him make sure he stays on top, down through the zone.
dirt. Good stop there by Peyton Ingram back behind the plate now. Talked about Biggs Northup moved to third base. Kenyon Okerlund to shortstop, and Stockton Roberts at the start of this inning. Or this half, bottom half of the sixth. 11-6. That was inside. That's a tough one way off.
Pretty good movement, too, from Brindley that time. That ball really tailed back in on Glover there at the plate, but misses inside.
He walks him. That'll load him up. Second walk for Brace. Let's go with his 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, Jackson Riddle, the second baseman, he'd like for nothing more than get a base hit here and make up for that dropped pop fly that he missed last inning that gave South Sevier 1 extra run.
First pitch. That's a pitch that's been a strike most of the ball game. I was about to say last batter, if you're going to miss up and out. But apparently that ain't safe anymore either. Next pitch, curveball. There you go.
Yeah, really good pitch from Brindley. Nice curveball.
Put one in there that's easy to see.
Yeah, and this is the hitter. You want to get him and try to get 2 outs before you get back to the top of the order.
Or a ground ball. That's hit to the right fielder. That's going to score a run, though. He's going to tag up.
Yeah, nice catch out there in right field from Kanab, but a good piece of hitting, too, from Jackson Riddle to drive that one the way it was and get a sac fly.
It's out number 2. That will get us back to the top. Maddox Baird. Maddox Baird been swinging a hot bat. Double in the 4th, single in the 5th.
Yeah, he's
a
2 for 3.
Eyes on that single in the 5th. There's first and third, curveball. Right there, strike 1.
You know, Kanab can play kind of loose in this one because they know they got another one, but at the same time, they're not just going to pack it in. They're going to try to come back out, keep battling, try to win this one. South Sevier trying to close the door, give them a chance in another game.
That one must have missed inside. Well, they'd like to, exhaust some more pitchers for South Sevier. Next pitch in the dirt for ball 2.
Yeah, we did see Brindley come in the game before this one. So he can throw 110 today, but he's already thrown some in the previous game. But, yeah, he only come in last inning in this one.
Ball 3. We're in the bottom of the 6th here.
Yeah, Baird's going to be looking for his pitch right here, 3-1 count.
7th hitter in the inning to come to the plate for Kanab. Right there. Strike 2.
Yeah, it's almost like he was taken all the way.
Max Baird can handle the bat. 415 average with 13 runs driven in. Like I say, he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, Glover will be going from first base here.
Oh, fouled off.
One thing that helps Kanab right here with Glover getting a chance to move anything that's hit to the outfield or potentially in a gap, it just gives him that one much more of a chance of scoring. He's got to make sure that Brace Brindley goes home, though.
Full count. Pitch on its way. That's lifted to the right side. Second baseman Payson Mitchell goes out. He's got it for the P4 and out number 3. But Kanab comes up with 2 runs. They do it on, I got 2 hits, Coach. Is that what you come up with in the inning? 2? Yeah,
yep.
2 hits. 2 runners left on. So at the end of 6, it's 11-7. 7-11. Here we go. All right, we'll be back on the Utah Radio Sports Network, Team Live, E6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Embark on your journey to radiant skin with Sam Pete Skin Bar. Whether you are looking to address specific skin concerns, kickstart your skincare routine, or simply indulge in relaxation, we've got you covered. Facials, microneedling, seasonal chemical peels, and more. Located at 210 West Main Street in Mount Pleasant, Utah. Visit our website at sampeteskinbar.com or call or text 435-314-6024 to book your appointment today.
Or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones. Deliver new life. Set us on the right path and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Live high school sports action on KSVC.
Brody Perkins back for his second inning of work. First pitch is upstairs to Biggs Northrop. Biggs is the big stick in the lineup here. But in the tournament, Riker Freeman is kind of taking over that spot. Next pitch. Oh, swing and a miss. Biggs heard me. He said, I'm going to show you.
We've only seen 3 home runs over the fence, and Freeman with 2 of those. One was Ian Ellis from Grand, but we have the one inside the park from Biggs Northrop.
Yep. That's ripped.
Ooh,
go.
Right off the glove of Brogan Verosco. He laid out, dives for that one, but not able to come up with it.
It's going to be a base hit. So, that'll bring up Peyton Ingram. Yeah, Peyton not shortstop anymore. He's the catcher.
Yeah, Ingram's 1 for 2. Had a single back in the first. He's been hit by pitches twice, and then his last at-bat grounded out to the shortstop.
11-7 is your score here. We're in the top of 7. But Kanab's they've got to get beat twice, so if South Sevier holds on to win this one, we got to turn around and do it all over again. Brody Perkins fouled off to the right-hand side by Peyton Ingram.
Yep, Baird gave chase, but ran out of room down that right field line.
So the 1-1 pitch. Way outside for ball 2. Biggs Northrop there at first base. Biggs has stolen 4, 5, 6 bases.
Yeah, he's got good speed.
Seen him chase down some real.
There he goes.
There he goes. Oh, that was lifted to the right side.
That's going to stay in, give him a chance.
Good job.
Yeah.
It over there by Walker Baird.
It really was, as he catches it and goes right into the chain link fence down that right field foul line. Makes a nice play. That's a tough one, too, because you're going full speed over your shoulder, and you know the fence is coming, but he made a nice catch, reaches out, catches it, hits the fence.
So that brings up Canyon Okerlund with 1 out. They would love nothing else more than to get Riker Freeman up to bat again here. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1.
It's almost like he was hoping maybe to give Biggs Northrop a chance to steal a base. I would still think you're going to see Northrop take off here in the next pitch or two.
Strike 1. Max Baird's good behind there, but Perkins is not real fast to the.
No, yep.
Not real fast to the plate.
That time he would, he did a lot better job. Kind of went with the slide step, quicker to home.
Got a good call up there on that high pitch on the outside portion of the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch is upstairs. Even things up at 2-2. I'm not sure how they track pitches over there. They can't track it on the scoreboard.
There he goes.
There he goes. Pick the right pitch to go. They say no, that he did not swing. So, Big Northrop gets the stolen base, and we got some profanity springing from the fans.
Yeah, they thought for sure that they had Canyon Okerlund swinging at that one for strike 3, but the umpire says no, he didn't go, and Biggs Northrop's down at second. Now Okerlund 2-2 count. Chance to drive him in.
Well, 2 umpires said he didn't swing. So. Full count. According to my count. Next pitch, that's hit towards the shortstop. Glover, 1 hop over there, up, bobbles, but they got him.
Yeah, they're saying he did get it with the bare hand. Coach Baker's going to go ask the home plate umpire for some help there.
You have to have that solid, though, as the runner crosses the base. So, in my estimation, he should win this one.
Yeah, and the home plate umpire, really the only thing he can see is if he pulled off the bag. He's not going to be able to help otherwise. And umpire out in the field, he's going to go talk to him, but he definitely juggled it, and I don't know if he came up with it with the bare hand in time. According to the umpire, he did.
You do. You have to have that. You have to have control of the pitch, and now they're gonna visit. You have to have control of the throw as the runner crosses the base. Otherwise, you're safe. Like I say, I don't usually see that this is, a slam bam, but in my case, he has a case.
Yeah, they're going to stick with that, say that he barehanded that one after. But, we've seen a lot of tough throws on first baseman. We've seen some really good first base play throughout this whole 2A baseball state championship tournament.
So Riker, he got a chance. They're going to walk him.
Yeah, smart move by Coach Glover. Coach Brinkerhoff. You're going to give force out now to any base on the infield but home. So something hit down to Verosco at third, he can step on the bag, or Glover at short can flip to Riddle at second, or vice versa. But you got the force on. Still got a really good hitter in Cameron Hesse coming up. He had a great game earlier against Duchesne. Right now in this one, still looking for his first hit as he's lined out to shortstop, hit by a pitch. He's got on by the fielder's choice in the E4 last time up.
Next pitch to him is right there, strike 1 on the curveball. So Brody Perkins has come in and done a pretty fair job. He's given up 2 runs. No, actually, them runs weren't his.
Yeah, no, he's done a good job. Like you said, he came in a tough situation. He's battled, but right now still looking for that third out. South Sevier trying to add more runs to that 11-7 lead.
You call that a ball, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
1-1.
Whoa. Tried to pick off the Freeman at first base and just about threw that one into right field. Would have been a huge mistake because that could have easily scored the runner from second base if that goes down and caroms into that bullpen area. But nice job, Walker Baird, going up high and stopping that throw.
I guess they quit keeping track balls and spikes over there in the thing. That's going to get up the middle for base hit. That'll score 1. If they go station to station everywhere else, well.
Heck, sometimes you take the challenge as a hitter when you see someone get intentionally walked in front of you. And that's what Cameron Hesse did right there as he took that one personal, drives it right back up to shoot for a single and an RBI.
Yeah, makes the score 12-7. 11th hit in the game for the South Sevier Rams. That'll bring up Race Brindley.
And so far in this game, South Sevier's won every inning but the fifth.
Race is 2 for 2. 2 walks. First pitch, curveball for strike one. Well, I'm not going to make it to my grandson's lacrosse game, I don't think, the way this thing's going. Next pitch, another curveball, strike two. Brace Brindley just looking over and say, I want that call when I get back out there.
Got two really good pitches from Perkins.
Well, one in the dirt. Well, Max Baird's going to come up. He'll get that one. For the strikeout, throw him out. But they come up with one run. They do it on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 runners left on. That's number 10 left on for the South Severe Rams. So after 6.5, 12-7 with Kanab coming to bat for their last chance. They've got to come up with at least 5 to extend the ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. You're on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, P6 Media, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
You're listening to exciting high school sports action on
KSBC.
Okay, we're back. Kanab got one more whack in this one. Unless they come up with 5, they come up with 5. That will extend the ball game. They come up with 6. They're going to go home the defending state champion. So 2-time state champions. They're going to start with 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Grace Brindley's still on for Coach Eric Baker and the South Severe Rams. I better get on the Kanab page. I'm still on the South Severe page. And get that back. They're going to start with 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, Kel Glover's a tough out in that 2 spot. Drew a walk his last time up. Going to be patient and try to draw another walk.
Got ball 2, so he's halfway there. Rain has stopped. Looked like the sun about ready to come back out. Some late afternoon sun is going to cause some problems out there for people on the left side of the ball field. Shortstop, third baseman, left fielder. Shadows will take over, but right now it's still got a little bit overcast skies. Been a beautiful day for baseball so far. 3-0. Caleb Glover takes strike 1.
Yeah, he didn't like it, but the old automatic strike 1 on 3-0 count. Pretty good pitch right there from Brace Brindley to battle back.
Just got to throw a grenade on the 3-0 pitch and you're going to be all right. That gets the base on balls. That's what he was striving for. That'll bring Griffin Bone up with a chance to do something for the home team. Griffin Bone struck out looking on a good pitch from Brace Brindley the last time up. Down there on that outside corner. First pitch, that's going to find a hole in the middle. That's going to move the runners. It's
going to roll a long ways.
Not even score a run. Nope, they're going to They hold him up at second, but they're going to bring it home.
Yeah, and Freeman did a really good job of he's got great speed out there in center field, but he cuts that one off. If that gets by him, it's, only another 20 feet to the fence. But that would have allowed Bone to get to third base.
At least third
base.
And
not that extra base matters a whole lot. You got to have 4 more runs just to tie it. But, Bone stops there at second base with the double and an RBI.
That was a good piece of hitting there by Griffin Bone. Just took the pitch where it was pitched. That brings up Walker Baird.
Yeah, and he's
tough out.
He has, and he started the last inning with a walk.
Takes ball 1. Got some action in the bullpen down there for South Sevier. Either to help finish out this game or start the next one. Next pitch stays upstairs for ball 2. As if South Sevier does hold on, keep Kanab from scoring at least 4 more, that will be the ball game, and we have to do it all over again. Next pitch, upstairs.
Brindley.
Odd. Now he's sitting on the outside corner with a left-handed batter up.
Yes.
He still ain't getting that call up out there. Ball 3. Ball 4. So the third walk given up by Brace Brindley.
Yeah, Coach Baker's going to go out. I'm not sure that he's going to necessarily take the ball from Brindley. Yeah, he is. Bullpen gets that Cameron Hesse.
All right. Well, we're trying to figure out where they're going to go. Well, hadn't taken the ball away. Yep, he says here, give me that baseball. All right, we'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, B6 Media, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
In Manti and Monroe, custom manufactures trusses to order. Give them a call if you need a quote on trusses for your building project, large or small. Albee has architectural shingles on sale, plus great deals on Trex decking. Need power tools? Albee Lumber has a full line of power tools at great prices right now. Come in and check the sale items with new deals every week at Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe, where the wood is good and so is the hardware.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery. Check out their great cut fruit program with wonderful fresh-cut fruit daily. And everyone loves Honey's famous talking truck, Rusty. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSVC.
Okay, we're back. Cameron Hesse on to face the Kanab Cowboys. 12-8 here with runners at first and second and nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Cash Kabanik is ball 1.
All you have to do is throw strikes. You got the 4-run lead. Give yourselves a chance that you're going to get 3 outs before they can get 4 runs and tie this game.
Cash Kabanik has been a tough out today. Fouls that one off. He's had base hits his last 2 times up. Hit it hard back in the 3rd inning and got on in the fielder's choice.
Yeah, on base percentage, he's 1,000, but he did hit into 2 fielder's choices his first 2 at-bats, but then, like you said, 2 singles his last 2 at-bats.
Oh, That behind him, the runners will all move up. On ball 2.
Yeah, and on the infield, you're going to just field it and go one. You're going to trade the out for a run. So that kind of, in a lot of ways, you would rather have the force on, but it helps make up your mind as an infielder now. I'm just going to field it and go one.
Yep. Next pitch. Down for ball 3. Well, two schools of thought. If you're walking, you put the force play back on, but you put the tying run at the plate.
Ooh. He flipped the bat a little too soon right there. Gets strike 2 called.
Umpires don't like to be shown up like that.
Nope.
See what kind of a memory he's got here. Counts full. Nobody out. Now.
That time he waited. Draws the walk. That's going to load the bases up, and Brogan Verosco, who's 2 for 3. And his last 2 at-bats are both singles. We talked about him being the aggressive hitter. He likes to swing first pitch. He likes to hunt that fastball early in the count.
And he should get a fastball early in the count here with the bases loaded.
And South Sevier a little bit surprised by this, but they're going to bring the infield in.
That's hit to the right side. That's going to go foul.
Yeah, with the 4-run lead, you might consider leaving your middle infield back. But
I would.
Corners
in on the
in.
corners, yeah. Corners in. Everybody else at double play depth.
Ooh.
You create some holes, especially on the turf. That ball can scoot through in a hurry.
Well, and Hesse just about got Verosco to pop up, but he just gets that one foul over the backstop.
Curveball that's hit right at. We're going to come home.
Oh. Saying he was on the bag. I'm not sure that he was. But that's why you pull their infield in, I guess. Coach Eric Baker, nice call right there. Payson Mitchell, ground ball from the second baseman. He gets Payson Mitchell to go home right there to Peyton Ingram for the out.
Now they're back at double play depth. In still on the corners. First pitch to Brody Perkins is ball 1. If you can get him, keep the ball outside, get him try and pull that outside pitch, hit a ground ball somewhere. He lifts that. Cannon Barney got a late start, but he's come in, he's got it. And he airmails one home.
Yeah, you can sense it with the crowd. South Sevier starting to feel it as they're 1 out away from pushing the if game. Still not over.
Nope.
Got Lane Sims. He's going to re-enter and come to the plate. He's 1 for 2.
Yep. Latimer Glover had replaced him, but he back in. Got some good speed. First pitch. Right there, strike 1.
Yeah, Hesse's got to have a lot of confidence out there as he's just pounding the strike zone right now. He can feel the crowd in the dugout and the energy behind him.
Thought he had strike 2. But ball 1. 1-1, 2 outs. 12-8 still. Lane Sims represents the tying run.
These two fan bases, they've been here in this game before, but we've seen some cheering back and forth going on earlier, and they're
some chants.
Yeah, they're staying in it, trying to cheer their team
Swing
on.
and miss, strike 2. Big hack from Lane Sims. He just needs a base hit somewhere.
Yeah.
Keep the inning alive. Score another run or 2.
Coach Brinkerhoff put the hands out, said, "Hey, just stay within yourself. Just need a base hit."
He's going to take it just as far as he can. Counts full. 2 outs. Problem here is it lets the runners on the full count start track meet.
Yeah, got to go 1.
That ball lifted foul going to get out of play. Everybody going to have to do it again, get back in the starting blocks. So we'll do it all over again. 12-8. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Kanab with a chance.
Umpire, I think, asking for a few more baseballs.
Cameron Hesse's looking at it, so I don't need but this one right here. He's calling somebody. He's calling the field representative. Not sure what's going on here. I've got something going on in the crowd, or somebody hurt on that foul ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen anybody scrambling around anybody. But everybody calls timeout.
Yeah, Kanab yelling balk, but
well, your player called timeout. Yeah. Here's the pitch. It's a fair ball. It's going to score 2. So we're not done yet. Lane Sims comes in with the single. Scores 2. That's 3 in the inning. Scoreboard hadn't caught up yet. Puts runners at first and second. So that's the winning run at the plate. That's Jackson Riddle.
Yeah, Jackson Riddle flew out to right field, grounded out to the pitcher, hit by a pitch, and then flew out to right field on the sac fly his last at-bat. So he has ability to get under one. He's got to make sure he stays on top and hits up and on the line.
First pitch called strike 1.
Yeah, I think they needed more baseballs. They were out of baseballs, so they
called Rob.
Yeah, ranged Rob Cuff. He brings a few more baseballs down to the third base dugout.
See if he's got any hamburgers with him. Curveball, that stays upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, Jackson Riddle's definitely going to be taken till he gets a strike, because you got the top of the order, Maddox Baird up, and you want to get that tying run to second base.
I've won 1.
Oh, yep.
The scoreboard, I think, at some point in time, quit keeping track here. I got 2-1 now.
2-1. He might take till 2 strikes, but yeah, it is. It's 2-1. You're right, Willie.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think I would.
They finally caught up with us. Next pitch, outside, ball 3. That'll get it back. If he gets the base on balls, that gets you to the top of the order. Maddox Baird has been a tough out today.
Yeah, and like I say, more than anything, besides Maddox Baird coming to the plate, you move that tying run in scoring position.
There's the pitch. Strike.
Nice pitch from Cameron Hesse. No hesitation. He just plays catch with Peyton Ingram, hits that outside corner. So once again, full count, 2 outs. Runners are going to be moving. Walked in.
That's how I walked in. So, Biggs Northup's going to come over and talk to Cameron Hesse. Settle him down. Still got 2 runs to work with, but you got a tough out at the plate. That's Maddox Baird, one of the team leaders. Comes in with a .415 average, 13 driven in. He's got 2 hits.
Yeah, he
in
did.
The ball game.
He did pop up to second base his last time up. He's first pitch swinging. Ooh.
Well,
just missed it down that third baseline. I was shocked he was first pitch swinging, but he
not really. I mean,
he liked it. Yeah,
he comes
no
up
place
with
to put him.
Yep, you got no place to put him. You gotta throw strikes. So he just missed it. Ooh, strike 2. Good comeback there from Cameron Hesse. Came inside on 1, now goes out. So Maddox Baird's going to have to protect here. Going to have to shorten up.
Yeah, everyone on their feet. Ooh, just fouls it off. Good pitch from Hesse. A good piece of hitting right there, Maddox Baird, to foul that off. You've got to protect anything close, shorten up, put the ball in play.
So, 0-2, 2 outs. Oh, that's going to be trouble.
Yep,
no,
drops
that's
in
trouble.
there.
That's going to tie the ball game.
Oh, wow. Just loops it over the shortstop and drops it in between him and the center fielder. And just a good piece of hitting from Maddox Baird. So with the tie ball game, winning run now at third base. So pass ball, anything, you got to make sure you keep everything in front. Peyton Ingram puts a lot of pressure on the defense right here at this point in the game.
So they're going to go with the base runner. Hayden Gubler comes. Winning run, standing there on third base. Umpire going to move everybody back.
Yeah. Kanab fired up, but telling him get in the dugout.
Everybody just a little bit excited.
Wow, Kel Glover coming up 0 for 3 with 2 walks. Reached on a fielder's choice.
Takes first pitch for strike one. All he's got to do is get a ball out of the infield.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hayden Gubler take off, try something right here. They're not holding him on.
Well, you got to, so you don't get to force out someone on something. I mean, the third out, I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to give him second base by the looks of the way they're playing defense. And right now, infield, you just got to field it, go one. Outfield, make the catch. Ooh, that's ball game.
That's ball game.
Fair ball, yep. Wow, Kanab walks it off right there. Kel Glover. Give them a lot of credit. They did not quit. They came up big here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's a tough one for South Sevier.
Oh, Dog Powell at second base. Get a picture of that. Come on.